I'm here with Chuck Stickley from CSS Motorsports, and we're here with his race car. Chuck, can you tell us a little bit about your car?
Well, that would probably take all day, you know, by the time we got through everything that's on it. It's an E36 body car that I've had for a number of years. Just made a bunch of changes in the car last year to accommodate my S54 3.4 liter stroker motor that I built for this car. The car runs spectacular, you know, with this engine in it. Just as a sort of like the right combination. That's the best way I'd put it. The combination between parts, airbox. You know, we have the dry sump setup in the vehicle. You know, all kinds of custom parts within the motor and everything like that. And make some real good horsepower. You know, last year I think we ran in 7 races with the BMW club. I think we set track records at I think it was 6 of the tracks that we went to last year. We knocked the record down by a second or two at each track, which is pretty substantial.
Now, how much power would you say that this car now makes, or this motor makes in this configuration?
This car will put down over 400 horsepower at the rear wheels on a dyno jet.
Okay.
And that's, you know, it'll make over 400, you know, that's 400 being conservative at this point.
And for the regular folk, if they wanted to build a motor like this, how much would a motor like this normally cost to build?
Well, if I took out all the blood, sweat, and tears and everything like that I put into building it, you know, we're probably looking in the area of 40,000.
Wow, 40 large.
Yeah.
Got to pay to play.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of the parts in here. It has, you know, Molly racing pistons. Just to get an idea, just the pistons alone are $250 a piece.
Wow.
And you know, motorsports cams inside of it, Oliver rods, Eibach valve springs, retainers and stuff like that. You know, CSL, the original CSL airbox in there, which does a really nice job for me. And it almost makes the car sound somewhat like a Formula One car when you're really cranked up on the throttle. You know, running it up to you know, 8,500 RPMs makes a really nice high-pitched noise when it's tooling down the road.
Now, can you describe what it's like to have this kind of power in a race car that's this prepared?
Unbelievable. The first time I took it out for a ride, the first race I took it to, I was down at Roebling Road, and we were doing the start of the race and everything like that, and I'm in third gear, probably about 6,500, 7,000 RPMs, and guy drops the flag, I nail it, and I'm just about moving. I'm like, what's going on with this? Everybody, we're in a big pack. And I look in my rear view mirror, and there's smoke coming out of the tires. You know, it was just lit the tires up. I had to get back out of the throttle and let the tires lock up and then squeeze the throttle down easy just to be able to put the power down on the road, which resulted in having to widen the fenders all around to accommodate bigger tires and everything like that, so we could put the power down on the road.
Yeah, I noticed the flared fenders. Now, where are the fenders from?
This is a combination that we made our original BMW E36 M3 factory fenders, and we cut the flares off and then we welded the flares back. They're all solid steel and everything like that. They'll take a lot of abuse, and you know, it turned out a real nice job. The body shop did a really good job putting those in there. I really didn't want to go with fiberglass pieces on there. Even though it might have been a little bit lighter, I wanted something on there that was going to last, you know.
Let me see.
Inside, you know, we're running a, you know, an AIM dash in there, the Pro MXL, with a M800 Motec setup. In the car, we have you know, our rogue shifters in there, which works really well for us. You know, the rest of the stuff in there is just, you know, try and keep it somewhat Spartan as best you can. You know, had the cage work done and everything like that. The steel braided lines running through the interior of that are for the dry sump system, because the The tank and everything like that, filters and all, are in the rear of the car.
Can we get a peek in the trunk?
Yeah, not a problem.
Not much room for luggage, folks.
Yeah, we have our fuel cell installed. These are the, this is the dry sump tank and everything like that, with a filter and a breather. And then we have the canisters for the double adjustable Moton shocks are in here. And then we have a differential cooler setup that's in here that works really good with the Rogue cover that's on the differential. You know, we have extra capacity with the Rogue cover, and we just, you know, cool the oil down because the differential's really cranking up at flat out at peak horsepower, peak power.
Have you seen the cover benefit you in the races?
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, it's
increased diff
yes,
life.
Yeah, I haven't had any problem with the differentials or anything like that, and yeah, we're talking speeds over 150 mile an hour on straightaways are no problem.
What kind of gearing are you running in this car?
I was running a 391 gear in there, and it was moving along pretty good. We just made a few changes in it, and I'll be utilizing that this year. So, you know, to see how things work this year with a different gearing in it. And it runs a 5-speed transmission, so I can't go too crazy. We want to keep the with the gearing that's in the car right now, 8,500 RPMs is around 163 mile an hour.
Okay, so it's a stock 5-speed gearbox?
That's correct.
What about the clutch in it?
It's got a 5.5-inch twin disc in there with a clutch flywheel assembly, and that setup only weighs about 10.5 pounds, complete flywheel and clutch assembly.
I imagine it's a complete on-off switch.
Yeah, that's for sure. Pretty aggressive. Just hard to drive when you get going, and then had a combination last year because, you know, it was so touchy on startups and everything like that. You just smoked the tires. You know, you'd hit the throttle a little bit too hard and it would just light the tires up. So we had a lot of wheel spin. We weren't doing it to impress anybody. You were just hard to drive. You know, I mean, especially you dump the clutch out real fast, it locks right up.
So besides CCA club racing, what other racing are you going to be doing for 07?
Last year we did the NASA stuff. I did several events with NASA, running in the German Touring Series with those guys down at Summit Raceway, and we went to the Nationals out at Mid-Ohio. Finished second in the Nationals to a turbo Porsche out there, and it was fun. But the NASA guys are a good group of guys to run with also. They have a good turnout and everything like that. Nice guys.
Well, there you have it, folks. You'll be able to catch Chuck and his car at the racetracks around the East Coast for sure, and probably Midwest, I'm sure.
Yeah, Canada also. We go up to Canada. We'll be at Mount Tremblant up there. It's a very nice track, and Mosport. And we hit a lot of the tracks, mainly up and down the East Coast. And I used to travel out to everything east of the Mississippi and from Canada to Florida. You know, right now my main occupation is building engines for race cars, all BMWs, and keeps me pretty busy. Do a lot of IT cars, you know, as well as club cars and that, and guys that do driver's ed things that want a little more horsepower in their car.
Now you've built motors for different teams as well, correct?
Yeah, I built some engines for Grand Am for a couple of years. The Finley team ran the engines 2 years ago. They set the first race out. They were on the pole, set the track record at Daytona, which was pretty impressive. And you know, they stopped running BMWs after the first year because they got a deal with Ford as far as running Mustangs.
Politics.
Yeah, dropped the hell. Yeah, it was tough, but. Yeah, I built some engines for Fall Line Motorsports for a couple of years. You know, they have a team they're running Grand Am with also.
You can check all of Chuck's stuff on his website at cssmotorsports.com. Also, you'll be able to check out racing pictures this year at rogueengineering.com. Thank you, Chuck, and good luck for this season.
Okay, thanks a lot, Ben.